All right, Las Vegas Aces Ajo Wilson and New York Liberties Breanna Stewart named starter and captains of the 2023 AT&T WNBA All-Star Game that will be taking place next month in about 3 weeks' time. Yeah, about 3 weeks' time. Uh, Angel Wilson was the top vote getter, and right behind her was Breanna Stewart from the fan vote. That's how they became the captains of their teams. So they'll be picking their teams a little later on as the All Star game is set to take place at the Las Vegas Aces home gym. Other runs, other news and notes for the All Star game. Phoenix Mercury Brittany Griner earns her ninth All Star selection. Indiana Fever's first round draft pick, number one overall pick, Aaliyah Boston becomes the first rookie to start in the NBA All Star game since 2014. The team selection will take place July 8th at 1 p.m., where AJ Wilson and Breanna Stewart will draft the starters and they reserves, as is shown. As you would know, as you can see, the as how the fans vote with as the top 23. AJ Wilson, Breanna Stewart 1 and 2, followed by Brittany Griner, Aaliyah Boston, Jackie Young, Suto Saba, Jewel Lloyd, the leading points getter in the WNBA this season. Nneka Ogumake from the LA Sparks, Elena Deladon, and Arika Gumawale rounding out the top 10. These are your All-Star starters for the upcoming All-Star game out in Vegas. Jackie Young, and of course, AJ Wilson from the Aces. You have the New York Liberties, Breanna Stewart. Also from the Las Vegas Aces, you have Chelsea Gray, Joy Lloyd, the leader points getter for the WNBA, Lil Boston, Brittany Griner, Arike Gumorale, Nakeka Ungumake, and Suta Samarilla, the Dallas Wings. Those are your starters. It's going to be fun to see how that picking goes. Some sad news getting to Suns. Brionna Jones undergoes a Achilles surgery in the south of the season. She ruptured her right Achilles in the game. I forgot who they played against, but that's a tough loss for the Connecticut Sun because they had that trio of Jones, Thomas, and Bonner. That trio was that that trio was a problem. Is the reason why the Suns have the second best record in the WNBA right now. And but that one right there, that's a huge loss. That's gonna be huge. As the season wanes, they're gonna miss Brianna Jones. Brianna Jones they was doing well with her on the court. You couldn't stop her. You couldn't stop them. That's why they was off to a 12-3 start. Is It's gonna be hard to make up for that production. We're talking by let's see if I can pull her numbers up real quick. You're talking about you're missing 16 points a game along with 8 rebounds. So you're talking 16 points a game, 8 rebounds. That's putting more pressure on Alicia Thomas, who's already averaging a double double with 10 and 10 and a half rebounds a game and 14 and about 15 points a game. The one on Brown, she dropping 18 points a game. You know, that's not gonna be easy to make up for you the Connecticut Suns. It is not. But they got to find a way to do it. And see they can keep the ship rolling without Jones for the rest of the season. So we hope for a full recovery. Okay. We ain't gonna ask for a speedy recovery. We're gonna ask for a full recovery for Breanna Jones. That way she can come back next season ready to rock and roll for the Connecticut Sun because they was on a tear. And we're gonna see how the Suns do going forward. The big news over the weekend is that the Phoenix Mercury and head coach Vanessa Nygaard has parted ways. This decision came after the Suns' last game, and if you go look at that last game for you when they parted ways. Very surprising move of what the Suns did. Thought they would wait a little bit longer before making this call, but they didn't. Uh, 2-10 to start the year. Yeah, we talking about a year after one of your best players in Brittany Griner was in imprisonment over in Russia for a very long time. He missed the entire WNBA season last season to finally get her back in. Not a significant change has happened into the team. Of course, they don't have Skylar Diggins Smith, who is out being a mother to a newborn. What other things went about? Uh, I wish I could have had the queen of who's Megan Price on here because she can get full details on it because she didn't like the hire to begin with in the first place, and it'd have been nice to hear her thoughts on the Mercury making this move so early in the season and not later. But for right now, Nikki Blue will be the interim head coach as the Mercury will look for the next head coach for them as they finally got Brittany Griner and Deanna Taurasi back. But it's gonna be interesting to see how they go on from there and what the Mercury will do going forward. So that is our quick version of the Around the Hardwood WBA style.